奇跡と魔法が出会いしその場所で古の物語が蘇る遥かな先歴史の奥埋もれた正義という祈り託した奇跡の神をもしの力はまだ輝きを帯びてた犠牲に落ちるか失うか悲痛な言葉が刺さる沈まない太陽の火が注いだ空気さえも焼けつくような炎に好みで焦げても離さない最後の希望のかけら奇跡と魔法が出会いしその場所で新しい物語紡がれてゆく見されよ遥かな時空を恋し者よ変化無救世主よ蘇れ静寂特殊な張り合って憎しみ災いの果てに生まれた奇跡が終わりゆく世界の大地を暁へ導く祈りと願いだ運命や悲劇を星屑に変え絆も孤独も切なの幻か守ると決めたこの手からこぼれ落ちる聖なる月日よ口ゆく体に宿れ命つくまで幾度も繰り返す美しいものが切り開く未来という不確かな暗闇の中薄く舞る光を魔法が出会いしその場所で新しい物語紡がれてゆく見されよ遥かな時空を恋し者よ変換の救世主よ蘇れ
What's poppin', gamers? It's your boy, Noteman. Hello everyone, my name is Notepad Anon and I write games for fun, so what are we doing today? Well, today we're going to be working, obviously, on Dämmerung, Chordioid, Akkord, Fortissimo. The ultimate Fortissimo role-playing game about a franchise, let's be honest with ourselves, that you probably don't know about. So, what are we doing today? Well, I did some work the other day. Over the weekend, I did what I said I was going to do. I wrote a lot. Unfortunately for everyone involved, I wrote about 16 pages worth of things. We've done some additional work. I've cleaned up some aspects. We've cleaned up some aspects of the game. Added in my note about seasons, episodes, and scenes and all that jazz. Always find that to be fairly important. I still need to add in my one note down here. going to do right now is I'm going to put this right here. Let's do this real fast. I'm just going to put that right there. So, let's talk about relics. Let's talk about relics real fast, because I worked on relics. Also, I would like to thank Trail Yeti and Shiro Latte 3 for following. Thank you very much. Kissu kissu. Mwah. But, so, what's the 411 on this? Well, to be honest, this is where things start getting a little bit complicated. So, at its core, a magical weapon is what every magician has in Fortissimo. Every single one of you has a magical weapon that defines who you are. All miraculous weapons are created by Voluspa, and they are effectively fake magic weapons. They are fake magic weapons that let you link slash. That's the most valuable part of them, that you can link slash with them, and if you link slash with them, you sever the connection between magician and magical weapon, and then you beat the shit out of them. In very simple terms, you can kill a magician with it, normally immortal magicians. As you kind of see, sometimes you have to shout Gato open, and if you shout Gato open, your magic weapon appears. It's main action. Everything is a main action. Now, this is where they're a relic. I call them relics because I needed a better name than magical weapons and miraculous armaments. Choose the foundation of the weapon, as well as what others will perceive it as. So, every single one of them have these three things with them. They have durability, pretty much how much health it has, and how much VED it has. VED is your weird points. These are creation points, these are abilities like that. Very simple stuff, we kind of worked on this last time. Then I started talking about vague terms. This is going to get reiterated today. I am effectively going to be copy-pasting this entire section into the next section, but a little bit better read. Effectively, there's some very vague terms, and those very vague terms can be a lot of different things. So one thing I wanted to get across is that there are gooey, vague, ill-defined abilities that make up this franchise. So we're going to have to use some gooey, vague, and ill-defined terms. Effectively, everything you want is directly what you get. If you want an ability that lets you fly, you can totally take an ability that lets you fly. It would be pretty valuable though, it's flying, it's always universal, you can always use it. It's a major impact. It could only be used frequently, it's not always going to be flying around, so that's 20 VED, that's pretty bad. However, if you choose to be aerial correction, glide to safety but not fly around, goes down to honed. Pretty much, it's pretty specific in what it's going to be useful. It's only going to be a minor impact, but now it's 3 VED. Effectively, you can kind of define anything you want, because everything you want is directly what you get. And that's one of the ideas of these very gooey terms, is that you are going to be defining them using these. Hopefully these turn out to be decent. I don't really know. I need to go through these and do it again. Then we have the idea of concept. Concept's also going to get reiterated with runes, which is the idea that concept is your nuh-uh. It is your reality. If you decide you have an ability that lets you see into the future, you have an ability that lets you see into the future. It's very valuable, but there might be a flaw with it. There might be some issues with it. But if someone says, I have the ability to be hidden from sight, in your precognition says, oh, I have precognition with concept 5, and they only have a invisibility with concept 0, you will be able to see them, because you're not seeing them with sight. You can see them beyond that. On the other hand, if they have concept 10 and you will have concept 5, you can't see them, because they can't be perceived. Therefore, even precognition does not understand where they are. It's things like that. The unbreakable, it's the unmovable object versus the unstoppable force. Whoever has the highest concept would win that fight. Concept is expensive and doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's it. Higher concept will be the victor. However, 10 concept versus 9 concept is no different than having 10 concept versus 0 concept. Concept does not do anything. And you gotta find, it's pretty much how do you exploit the universal truth? Because spiting the universal truth is very difficult. So, this is a fairly simple magic weapon. What a very simple relic is going to be. This is a weapon. I have a gun. That is my magic relic. I have a sword. That's my magic relic. That's the basic idea. You got 3. If you spend a little bit of VUD, you can increase it by 3 HP per. Not very useful. It's not very efficient, but you can do it. Now, what is your weapon? Is it a light melee weapon? Is it a heavy melee weapon? Is it a light range weapon? A light heavy weapon? Don't know. That's important. Write it down. Pick what you want. Some are pretty expensive. Hey, a ranged heavy weapon, that's 40% of your VUD to take it. It's very expensive. On the other hand, that's pretty useful in its own right. You can increase your accuracy, increase your damage, increase the guard, or increase the tempo on the ability. Generally speaking, smaller weapons act faster. You will go faster if you have a better weapon. Will act quicker because you just simply have a smoother weapon. You know, I'll even put a 0 there. Even easier. Then we have all of our unique features. These unique features are kind of a misnomer. That shouldn't quite be the exact term I use for them, but I don't really know what else to call them though. The basic premise here is these are things that are very tied to the weapon. Weapon class relics, or very, things that make you unique and interesting. Hey, your weapon has to be activated. To use your weapon, does not matter when it is. If you want to use it that round, you have to spend an action. What is that? What is that action? I have to use a side action, a quick action. I have to use my main action. Well, don't you mean I can always use my weapon if I use that? No. Just to use it. Not actually swinging your sword. No. To bring out your sword, to swing it, you have to spend an action. That sort of thing start getting a little bit more like, ooh, oh. You have an elemental affinity with it. You're going to have to talk about elemental affinities. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's possessed by something. It only takes be drawn with a minor action. It's technically also has a switch as a second weapon in it. It's a dual weapon feature. Hey, I want to have a light melee. I have a light melee weapon. Oh god. I have a light melee weapon. But I also want to have it to be a gun. A light range weapon. Oh god. Ugh. Oh god. Allergies are kicking back up. Hey, you don't actually have to control your weapon with hands. It's entirely telekinetic. Yep. Let's see. And that would be fuck. What's the There we go. Actually, I'll even be rules of technique to hit a target. There we go. Hey, then we have the idea of like flaws, powers, and utility functions. Utility functions are something that's useful to have. This is a utility. You have something that is useful to you. Hey, my weapon is also a light source. That's pretty minor. It's going to cost you 1 point to do. However, your weapon illuminates the area. All right, pretty useful. It's not going to save your life, but my weapon is a flashbang. Okay, a little bit different. My weapon is a flashbang that I can say, hey, I want to trigger, luminous light or whatever, and then I say, oh, and everyone looks at you like, what do you mean? And then you go, blink, and then it explodes into light. A little bit different. That's pretty major power there. That's pretty useful. Oh god, it's hotter than hell. So that's kind of the basic idea. Then we have shields. Shields have much less VUD, but they are very durable. Nothing too exciting when it comes to like shields and stuff. Their main thing is like, here's a weapon. They don't do a lot of damage unless you're choosing like a razor shield or something. But that's not the point of a shield. The point of the shield is that you can get extra HP effectively, extra durability. Attire is clothes. You get different kinds of clothing. You want to have actual clothing, you want to have light clothing, heavy armor, full metal armor, or do you want this Kanoshi gear? You take this. Congratulations, you get a bunch of tempo. You get pretty much a bunch of initiative. You have 0 armor though, and you have very little health. Improvise. Where it is, hey, I clap my hands together. Gato open, and literally I get a crazy mantelpiece that lets me cast bullshit magic. Hey, I clap my hands, Gato open, and and 2 gauntlets appear on my arms, and I go sicko mode. Basic premise. Easy enough to do. I'm streaming a little early today. Yes, I am streaming a little bit early today because I just need to get shit done. Some of these are better than others. I talk about barrier jackets. Barrier jackets aren't very good. The main issue with barrier jackets is that technically they actually give you an initiative penalty, but they actually have a good deal of health. Volspa agents are very durable, but they need to be very durable because they die if they hit 0 HP. Hey, it's a mundane item. What does this do? What do mundane items versus exotic items do? Literally nothing. These aren't weapons. They aren't directly that. You just have a lot of this. You have a lot of toys to play with, and it might do something. Hey, I have an impossible tesseract. I have an impossible tesseract thing that, shines brightly in all angles. Cool. Do stuff with it. Then we have integrated. Integrated is a little bit weird. This is one of the advanced ones. An integrated relic at the end of the day is part of your body. As you can kind of see here. You just get flat bonus health. You get free armor. You get free guard. Tempo. You yourself become a magic weapon. This can be good for you. This could also be lethal to you, because if your health reaches 0, you're going to die most likely, because it doesn't really matter. You can't offset any health. You don't really have an option of where that damage is going. It's going entirely to you. Alternatively, your integrated relic also has things like, hey, it's just in my chest cavity. I'm a full conversion. My entire body is effectively magical at this point. I literally am a brain case. One or both of my legs are this. One of both of my arms are. One of my organs is actually entirely a magical weapon. I have my heart's magic. Now, I didn't really talk about the idea of link slashing though. But I want you to imagine something, just to give you an idea here of why this is a little bit hectic. You get link slashed. It's link slasho. Your weapon is disabled. All that happens with link slash, it separates you from your weapon. It severs the magical connection between the two of them. Your heart is your magic weapon. Congratulations, your heart stopped. They have cast cardiac arrest on you, and yeah, have fun fighting now. Have a lot of fun fighting. It's going to be a really big, exciting adventure for the whole family, as you are currently suffering from a complete cardiac arrest as your magic weapon is shut down. Yeah, integrated you can be very tanky with integrated. Alternatively, you can also get kind of fucked over by integrated. That's kind of the point. Of course, you can improve armor, improve your tempo, your guard. You can add some special utility powers. Hey, my arms can do. I have fucking Inspector Gadget arms. You want to know how good Inspector Gadget arms are? That's very universally good and extremely powerful. Yeah, okay, you're going to be spending 17 extra vert on that. However, you'd be like, go Gadget arms, whee! I mean, there's a crippling flaw where you can't pick up anything anymore and your arms are effectively useless, but go Gadget! You want to play Inspector Gadget? Go for it. I cannot stop you at this point. I also have the idea of weaponizing it. My arm has a sword ingrained into it. My arm is a sword. Then we have remote. Remote's probably one of the more strange ones. Entire idea: you are making a secondary character. This secondary character is going to have its different initiative. The issue with it is that it's pretty good. It does its own thing. It is a very, powerful, entity. The issue is that it's very expensive. Not only that, to get some really cool toys, people can target that one a lot easier. If they know where your remote stand is, stando, I'm going to call it a stand because that's what it is. If they know where your remote weapon is, they can kill it. They can ignore you entirely. Of course, you can also be a real gamer and take life linked, where you can, hey, should my relic take any damage, I take equal damage. Do you want to play a stand user? Yep, have no fear, you can just play a fucking stand user in this game if you want. Yeah, that's kind of the idea of the magic weapons. You design them, you make them how you want them, and that's that. But now we get to the really hard, complicated, and unfun part, otherwise known as rune creation. I knew this was coming, I knew this was going to happen, I'm ready for it. Let's, as they say in the hood, let's fucking go. So. Actually, do they ever explain what a Fortissimo... Do they ever actually explain what a rune is? I don't believe they do ever talk about what runes are. No, they do. Okay. We can make this work. Mm. 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 Let's see, magicians. Mm. 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 Let's see, Voluspa. Mm. Mm-hmm. Voluspa took note of this phenomenon. Let's see, Voluspa took. Mm. Mm. In short, if magic is the force of a magician, then a rune is the spell. Yep, that's the most basic idea for it, because they don't explain it, because why would they? Because this is the thing for teenage boys. We're appealing to that teenage boy audience. There we go. Let me harass Cole real fast. If you're hearing strange, odd noises, my window's open because it's very hot in my apartment. So, bear that in mind. I do actually have, here's the fucked up thing. I actually have like a fan, not a fan. I have a like an air conditioner. I have to set up the air conditioner though, and I don't want to, because no matter where I put it, it's going to be just a giant clusterfuck. It's great. Because it was nice there for a while. I'm like, oh well, I don't need to put up that. I'm like, I have made a mistake. I have made a fundamental error. I need to move somewhere cold. You have an AC? No, I don't actually have like an air conditioning. I do not have I don't have central air. I don't flip on something and my air comes on. I actually have to get a full-on air conditioner. It is in a box in my living room. I need to set it up. It's just a pain in the ass because it's one of those ones you have to mount on a window. And I am extremely paranoid when it comes to those things. So I know, it's pain. It's agony. It was not. See, I need to move somewhere cold, like somewhere like. I've always said this. People look at me like I'm strange. Oh, Notepad. Summer's so amazing. It's so warm and so nice. Fuck you. No. I can add clothes if it's cold outside. I can put more blankets on. I can drink hot liquids. Summer, I can't do that. I have to take off less things. Again, here's the secret. Like, here's the ultimate secret. Like, the ideal temperature for most things in life. Ideal temperature is like 60 to 70 Fahrenheit. For Europeans. This is the ideal, like, summer weather for me. I like this because you can, yeah, it's like, you can have light hoodies on, but I can also wear my shorts. Like, my ideal drip is light hoodie, t-shirt, shorts. Oh yeah. I adore it. I can deal with that. I'm okay with that. Though again, like that 40 to 50 range is also really nice, because if it's like 40 to 50, that's where I can put on my heavy jacket and just jeans, but I don't need to put on like my gloves. I don't need to put on like the really warm stuff. Like I can just wear wear my nice coat, wear everything, and be like cozy. That's ideal. Extremely hot and extremely cold get annoying for different reasons, but I can manage extreme cold. Extreme heat, I do not do well. I am from the low country, and it's like, see, my problem too is that I sweat. I can put on every antiperspirant I can do all the secret techniques or whatever, but I will sweat. And I get really self-conscious about it. So it's just like, oh god, like I feel it's like, like I feel sticky. Usually have to take like 3 showers during this. Dude, the worst part is when I was in Seattle for a while. If you want true hell, it's humid. It's humid heat. Humid heat is the worst. Humid heat is nightmarish because it sticks to you. I've been in like 95 Fahrenheit dry heat in like Arizona. I've been in that. That's arguably manageable. You just need water. You need something to cool your ass down, but you're relatively fine. Now, if you want real hell, you want real fucking hell, Louisiana. Summer in Louisiana, right by the bayou. You walk out, and it's weird. It's such a surreal feeling, because you walk out and you can feel the, like, just a film go on your arm, your body, everything, of just that raw, sticky humidity. And it's like, holy shit. It is truly nightmarish. So, let's see, runes form the basis of a majority of the Let's see. Creating and manipulating these runes use Ved gained from the relic to manifest correctly. Let's see. Relative lower Ved tend to focus more on their direct application than their more arcane use. Mm. 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 Let's see. So, runes for the supernatural abilities. Runes fall in two main categories: combat and esoteric. So, we're going to focus on first combat rune. This is where things start getting complicated. It's pissing rain outside. Ah, God, I wish it would rain. Break the heat a little bit. Breaking the heat, that nice rain. There's always the nice rain where it's like, ah, those are nice. No, it doesn't. I don't think we're gonna be here. You know what I can do? We can do weather. Tell me the weather. What's the weather? Wednesday, we are, looks like Wednesday, it's going to be horrible, horrible, horrible. Oh, that's not good. We've got thunderstorms on Thursday. Hopefully that's, it's outside of that, it's going to be pretty normal today. See, I'm leaving on Thursday, so hopefully that doesn't interfere with anything. Hopefully nothing bad happens. That'd be kind of cringe if it does. But I can improvise. Oh, it's that kind of rain. I know what you're going through. Have fun. God, what do we even want to do here? Let's check the lexicon. Because we are effectively having to make another thing like this. And I'm bringing it up because unironically, this is one of the more detailed sections I have done this with. Let's see. Okay. Let's think about this. Let's think this through a little bit, though. What is, at the end of the day, what kind of combat runes do we have? We have direct attack runes. Attack runes deal damage. That is our main goal. Deal damage. We have defense runes, which is prevent damage. Alright, easy enough to understand. Conditional runes. Inflict. Inflict a condition. We probably don't even need to worry about that because that's really not important. What else are we looking for? I don't really think we need anything more than that. I think all we need is... Okay, so... Let's see. Combat room has an actor manipulate their relic to. At the end of the day, that is what they do. They will either deal or prevent damage. That might seem very, restrictive. And the answer is, yeah, I know it does feel restrictive. But that is literally all of what they do. Let's go to all of our characters here. So Reiji. Sayuki. What does Sayuki do? Sayuki's got guns. She uses firearms. What are her runes? Let's take a look at her runes real fast. Well, Weisschwert. Basic attack, track, and recognize sound generated by her opponent to act accordingly. She has the ability to listen to things. Fixed skill release. Fugal blitz to increase her body capacity so she can handle her power more efficiently. Sturmkreis. Meteor of right and wrong. Time prepared, but the result can be worthwhile. To use as this last resort. These magical bullets high in the air while not detonating any of them. While a necessary number of bullets are achieved, she then lets them all fall down on the enemy, like a devastating black and white downpour of energy. Yeah. She doesn't really have any runes. Like, that's kind of the joke almost with her. Her only main ability is that Sayuki has a gun. That's the funny thing. That this is her special technique in a world of fucking magic. Bitch brings out the fucking revolver. She pops out a 50 cal and is just like, yeah, don't worry about it. That is her literal actual special technique. All of these runes and shit, she doesn't have any. She has like 2 esoteric ones, but her actual special technique is bringing out a goddamn gun. She pulls out the magnum bullet. Yeah, it's funny because it's just like, oh yeah, these runes are really important, and then she's like, I'm not feeling too good. I wonder what I should do. Oh, I know. I'll just I'll just shoot them with a gun. And I kind of want that to be valid, being just like, yeah, I have chosen to play a weapon. I have a weapon. I am dumping all of my points into increasing its damage and all of its abilities to be a fucking sick-ass weapon. Oh, we gotta figure out what their special powers and what their runes are. Yeah, you know what her special ability is? Shooting you with a gun. It's kneecapping you. Aw, man, look everyone, I've gotten my kneecap blown off. Okay, so, on the other hand, you've got Reiji. Reiji is very complicated because he's got Da Capo. Let's see. Where was the one that, yeah, Thor has a certain kill technique. Thought of one way to improve his Fenris Wolf. Yeah, Reiji, only offense power when acting independently. Is basically a straight attack with super concentrated magical energy. This motherfucker has one special offense attack, and it's hit you really, really hard. The nuh-uh, I'd win. Let's see, every single one will either deal or prevent. Mm. 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 There we go. It's kind of putting in the idea of like, hey, like understand how much what your actual budget is, because you can like, you know, get these really expensive. So what do we actually need to work with? So first things first, we need to address concept. First things first, we're going to address concept. Or concepot, concept. All the way back up here. Told you we're going to effectively just take this. Carries notes on. So. Attempting to subvert it. Let's see. Let's see. Whenever a rune is opposed by another rune or relic that denies its truth. Versus the move. Mm. Mm. There we go. Basic concept. There are you can invest in it. Yeah, go for it. Invest all you want into concept. Just understand concept doesn't really do it. Concept is the worst thing you can invest in. It is also the most important thing you can invest in. Concept. Do. Nine. There we go. Oh yeah. Hello, Momiji. Thank you very much for following. The more I learn. Counter argument. Tricassic testicular torso. I blow your head off with this fitty. Concept pot. The concept of pot. What the dev was Fortissimo did while making the game. The more I learn about it, the more I learn it's fate via anonymous agony. It's, again, Fortissimo is probably one of the most in-depth stories available that we have literally zero idea about. Simply because whoever wrote it, the actual writers, I do not think knew what they were doing. I say this with absolute faith. I do not actually think they knew what they were making. They're like, yeah, this is really cool. How do we justify it? Uh-oh. Oh no, we've accidentally made something extremely complicated. Yes, we understand you have a microscopic penis. There is a fucking guy revving. None of you can hear it, but it's very loud. So this is the actual monkeys on typewriters? No, it's just... Anyone who writes something really extensive sometimes accidentally writes something way too in-depth for what it is. Kind of like how with, like, Fate was, like, really overly complicated, where at the end of the day, the original Fate story was just a justification to have sex. Well, we need prana. Yeah, we need prana. How do we get prana? Well, semen. Semen, yeah, that's how you get magic. Yes. Magic. So have sex. for magic power. That's how it's, and that's just kind of become a universal truth. Fortissimo, it's kind of the opposite. Is like, how do we justify Reiji not directly winning every single fight and having to think things through? He has Da Capo. Da Capo sucks. Da Capo is not a very useful ability. At the end of the day, it's not. He can reset things 24 hours. However, Sakura, on the other hand, well, our cool character that we want you to like because she's cool, we want you to say, man, I really love Sakura. Well, of course, she's got Asgard and Legarin. And also Levatine. Or the Holy Sword of the Untainted Cherry Blossom Light. You know, the ability for her to charge up a Super Kamehameha and instantly evaporate anyone. You know, of course. And you look at it, you take a second, you're like, well, of course that has to be useful here because of reasons. That is, I think, the best way to think about it. Is a lot of Fortissimo is built on not even necessarily the rule of cool, but like a lot of plot convenience stuff. Well, we need characters to do this and this and this reason for this and this reason. That's why, you know, you get fucking Reiji over here. Hey, Reiji. Like, why does Reiji suddenly get the power to imagine defeating his enemy? That's how. He uses the power of imagination. And ironically. Let's see. So we want to do... Let's see. For equal measure for two variables, a flat variable and actually a flat amount, a flat value and let's see. Let's power and defense measure how effective the rune is at dealing or preventing damage, allowing the actor to improve their abilities. Magnifying the effect of their is a set. Let's see. The flat variable is a set number that the actor will +1, +3, +3, invest into 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, except 1, 2, invest into dash 1, 2, 3, etc. Mm. 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 Or there we go. Mm. Mm. Added to the base roll of their attack or defense. Mm. Having a +2 power means that the actor would add only +2 to their final result. Mm. 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 Oh, would be chaos variable. No, that doesn't sound right. Serious question, Notepad. How many of these anime, manga, games, whatever, is just an excuse for H plot? Quite a few. Fortissimo, not at all. You have to remember, the base game, the first 2 variants of the game, did not have porn in them. They added porn later because they wanted to sell more copies. Yeah, you gotta remember that fact of life there. But yeah, there's a lot of these games that just like here's intricate lore to justify, you know, pornography. You also get some strange situations. I was talking about this the other day. I'm gonna show you all something very, very important. Here's Nikki, Goddess of Victory Nikki. You all know Goddess of Victory Nikki. You wanna know why you know Goddess of Victory Nikki? Because I'm just going to put ass. There we go. This is why you know Goddess of Victory Nikki. Ass. Because anytime you fire a gun, it's you tap on there and there's ass, and it's like, ah, look at it, everyone. It's just a justification for tits and or ass. However, apparently, the plot for Nikki is fucking intense. Hey, why is there a summer event where we want to buy all the girls in swimsuits? Well, there's a summer event because we want to buy everyone in swimsuit because we still need to make money. On the other hand, here's some bullshit lore that is incredibly over-detailed. Because we just need to justify continuing to add things. Here's the entire Lord of the Rings to justify having sex with your sister. Honest to God, it does feel like that for some of these gacha games. You know, a lot of these, like the gacha games, I noticed that, like, here's like a really overcomplicated lore. Some VNs are like that, being like, here's some like deep ass motherfucking lore. Because like Tsukihime, I love Tsukihime. I couldn't give a shit about the actual sex scenes of Tsukihime. They're not even very good. That's the thing. Tsukihime is a terrible H novel. It's probably one of the best depictions of a character having a fucking mental breakdown I've ever read, though. It's actually really good. That's why I think Kara no Kyokai actually does Tsukihime way better. Because Kara no Kyokai is insane. Let's see. Actually, flow variable. Mm. Mm. Let's see, the accelerated variable adds plus 1d to the attack or defense roll instead. Two, sweet. Yeah, Blue Archive is the Blue Archive people damn well know what they like. I have a strange respect for the Blue Archive people. And this isn't just due to the fact that I did a Blue Archive game either. I have a strange respect for them because they're kind of how do I want to say it? They stand proud with what they actually like, and they say fuck you if you don't agree with it. Don't try to make things too weird. They say this is what I like, this is what I'm gonna do. Fuck you. It's admirable in a strange way, but so Negative 1D to negative. Whoa. Let's see. Go. That. So let's say I want to make a comprehension plus 2D plus 4. In total, that would be 8. 8 plus 8 plus 4 plus 4. That would be a total of 20 VOD. It is cheaper to invest in an attribute here than to just buy more accelerated variables. However, if you don't want to do that, it is entirely possible. Just want a little ability that does like a flat amount of damage. It is arguably a better purchase to buy just flat damage. Okay. It's the skill rate. It's the skill rating of the rune to be. Let's see. It's the skill rating of the rune to be successfully used. Should it? If they wish to attack or defend themselves with rune, they will need to. You Rose. Here we do this, and we're probably going to have to put in a second one. So if we put in focus, VUD, let's say let's say this is 0, 0. -1 to -5 is -1. -6 to -10 is 2. You can get a little bit of a refund on there. However, 1 and very expensive getting high focus. But what we can do is we're going to put a table. We're going to put a 2x2 table right there. We're going to select that, do that, this. Come on. Do we have any there? We do have room to spare. Oh, nope, nope. Come on. I believe in you. Nope. Didn't mean to click that. Nope. Come on. Come on, baby girl. Come on. It does not want to work here. Come on. There we go. There we are. Now we're working. Now we're cooking with gasoline. Then we put nope. Nope, we put that right there. we go. That fire is hot, and let's see. The cosmic maintaining cosmic reinsurance that fire is hot and true grow. Magicians, magician. By using runes, whenever every rune has a mana cost. The amount of every rune is mana cost, the amount of energy the actor must expend to successfully perform their yeah. But we're going to put in a thing here saying, hey, how much mana are we actually spending? So we want to do mana. Mana, by default, we're going to spend 1 mana. We want to go to 0 mana. First things first, you want to go to 0 mana, you want to spend nothing, pay 20 VED. You pay 20. Yep, you make it free. Mm. Mm. Let's see. Should the There we go. It's extremely inefficient, but you technically can do it. It takes 20 VUD to say, hey, I'm going to spend 0 mana on this. Actively hinder them. Let's see. So mana to this may work. This will be very, very cursed if it works, but it may just work. Call me the innovator, because I am doing something you should not be. Well, I mean, it does, in sheer technicality, function. It shouldn't, but it does. So if we do... So, every runes can... Actually, I guess I should do... And finding the rune. I don't have conditions. I don't have conditions yet. I do want to add in conditions. I just need to get the combat first, which is the issue. Let's do... We're going to add big list of conditions, most likely. That, if we add the big list of conditions, we're going... Ooh. That right there. We're going to probably have a larger list of them. Going to plan ahead and just say conditions here. Put an image right there. Don't need to worry about that. Good there. We put you like this. Hey, Notepad, why don't you just put it in as a... Why do you put it in as a table, Notepad? Shouldn't you just put it in as something that's not a table? Well, that's the secret, because it would break if I did that, because I put tables somewhere in there. What were the results of democracy? I thought you said they came in, but I don't remember seeing what they were. Or was democracy rerun because of the voter fortification? So, a little bit of what happened there. If we go to the life vote for the proletariat, here was the life vote. We had 193 votes. 193 votes came in. And honestly, Cruciform would have won. Cruciform had a very good amount of votes. It would have won, and I would have been happy with that. But people are untrustworthy. And to give you an idea, here's, you know what I'll do. Whoop. To give you an idea, we had a relatively, like, pretty large amount of things going on here. I was like, oh, okay. But the weird thing was there was about 50 votes that were very sus. There were a couple votes before that were a little bit odd. But then there were 50 votes that came in one right after each other, literally 1 second apart from one another. That I'm like, okay, no one gets anything nice anymore. No one gets anything nice. So we had this and it didn't work out because people kind of ruined it for everybody, including me. Like, I want you to remember that, whoever did cheat. I don't know if you ever watched this video. Whoever did cheat, I want you to know very firmly that you cucked me out of making Cruciform. I'm fucking mad. I'm really sad about that. Because you want to know why? All the patrons voted for Flag Bearer. I didn't want to make Flag Bearer. I'm going to be honest with you all. Perfectly honest with you all, I didn't want to make Flag Bearer. I didn't. You want to know why I didn't want to make Flag Bearer? Because I knew Flag Bearer is going to be fucking awful. It is going to be a fucking slog. Because I got burnt out on it the first time, and I'm going to get burnt out on it again, and I'm going to crash hard on this one. I know it. I put it on the list because it was like, this is the only other game that I can think of that fits all of these stupid criteria. This entire voter thing was a fucking mistake. I'm going to be brutally honest with everyone. It was a mistake. I originally didn't want to do any of this. I wanted to do a short list. I wanted to do a short list. I wanted to bring it to the plutocrats. And I wanted to bring it down to like three, maybe 4 votes. Like 3, maybe 4 of them. And then bring it for everybody. Bring it in front of everyone as like knocked down by the plutocrats. But people really, really wanted this for some fucking reason. I have no idea why. Truth be told, I have no idea why. But Flag Bearer is probably going to win. Unless at this point someone coughs up $50. If someone coughs up $50 for Cruciform, Cruciform will win. At its current trajectory, it will not. So it's going to be between Flag Bearer and Metal Saviors. Don't know which will win. If Flag Bearer wins, it is going to be a grind to the... It is going to be a nightmare grind, and I know it will be. I didn't think Flag Bearer would make it, because I don't find Flag Bearer that interesting. When does the vote end? The vote end this is literally all of the votes now, by the way, Spartan. None of the votes previously count. None of the proletariat votes count. They all got thrown out because of that one person. I'm assuming it's one person. But because of that one person, all of those proletariat votes have been thrown out. I'm kind of debating on when I want to call it effectively. On one hand, I kind of want to call it tonight, effectively. Because tomorrow I'm going to have a stream, and that stream is going to be Notepad talks about these 2 games. Whoever wins, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to talk about them. When would that deadline for that $50 be? Pretty much by the end of the day. Pretty much by the end of the day. I have a Ko-fi, as before. I have that Ko-fi. Roughly, it would be about $50 for it to win. If you want to yell at people in the notocracy form, go for it. But just to kind of give you an idea, and I'm saying like $50 to win at this point because someone actually paid more money to give Flag Bearer a larger advantage. Because that's the thing. Like, both of them are fine. Here's the thing. I'm saying like this is going to be a nightmare slog. It's going to be a nightmare slog and it won't be fun or whatever. I'm saying I will do it. Don't get me wrong. I'll do it. It's just understand that it will be a slog. It will not be fun. It will not be fun or exciting or interesting. It will be me sitting there staring at a screen, trying to make sure little 1s and 2s win. Unironically. Checks bank. Nope. That is something you have to understand. Yeah, don't worry about it. Do not vote if it's beyond your means. That's always been my thing. Do not vote beyond your means. Do not, this is why I even tell people being like, I'm going through extreme financial fucking issues. Don't worry about it. Just don't pay me if I make silly I make silly tabletop role-playing games. Don't pay me money for obscure bullshit. Like, this is But yeah, no, it's... The thing is, and I've told people this before, nobody asks any questions about these. Like, I always find that very fascinating. No one asked a single fucking question. If everything goes correctly, if everything goes perfectly, I could probably get a fully functional proof of concept everything out for Cruciform by the end of the year. Easy. At most, it will be about 90 pages. It'll be about 90 pages. I can get it out by the end of the year, add in some lore stuff, add in some more bullshit. We can make this work. Add in about a 20, 30 page adventure, 120 pages, easy. We can get that out. Flagbearer, this will be 2 years. And I'm not saying that as in, oh, it'll be 2 years for something to get out. It'll be 2 years to get to a place that I feel comfortable with. Let's see. Like, that's just something that is, I don't, and why I say 2 years is I am going to probably have to rewrite the entire game again. But Notepad, you already wrote the entire game and spent 2 fucking months making a PDF for it. Yeah, and it was not good. Not only do I need to find an artist for this, which is by itself difficult, I will most likely have to rewrite the entirety of the lore. And that means if I rewrite the lore, that means I'm going to have to rewrite the entirety of how magic functions, which means I'm going to have to rewrite all of the character creation rules, which means I'm effectively going to have to rewrite the entire game. Again, unironically. I think Solid was asking for your link to your Ko-fi. He knows where to find it. He knows where to find it. I'm not going to dignify him with that. He knows. But, oh, God. Yeah. Honestly, that is the issue with Flagbearer. Honest to God, because you have to remember... you gotta remember this, Spartan, that's important. Flagbearer was originally called Project Tactics. Project Tactics didn't have a name. It did not actually have a functional name. Because there was no anything. There was no actual money in the original Project Tactics. The entire reason why it came into... The reason Flagbearer exists today is because I accidentally put it on a thing for Patreon. And I'm like, oh, I'll just add some lore. And then I went on a 2-month, effectively bender, trying to get it to function properly. It wasn't fun. There was no entertainment value derived from it near the end there. It was purely a grind. And I'm not just saying this because, like, my favorite game didn't win the vote. Wow. No, I'm being very honest with people here. I could get it done. Don't get me wrong. I will make the game. We're just going to have to change the nature of it pretty drastically. It also really does not help. And I saw this the other day, which I was, if you ever want to kill my enthusiasm for something, it was, this is Z Bashu. Z Bashu is Funny Comic Man. He does Funny Comic Man things. Mostly when it comes to Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition, because that's the only game in existence. One thing about this that was interesting.
Most adventures with each hero recruiting their own small squad.
Right here, he talks about a thing called Larrymore. To give you an idea, Larry Moore is quite literally flag bearer. Create squads and all that. He literally just took that idea. I have no idea what's going on with it. It's I don't really know what's going on more or less with it. I just know that it does exist. It isn't Iron Kingdom's most classic system with rolling more dice. Yeah, it's yep, so that entire thing would be really fun because I want to make that, and I can see it now. You're just copying the animated spellbook guy. And then I will have to point out to them being like, no, that stupid fucking 5e dude is just making based off my shit. Yeah, again, it's if you want to know why I've been not enthusiastic about Flag Bearer, it is because of that and multiple other reasons. If it won, it won, and I would do it. If it didn't win, it didn't win. So I would not have cared either way. I would still do it, but I just want people to understand that it's not going to be an entertaining. I don't know if people think it's going to be like, oh, funny, hee hee, hoo hoo, ha ha. Notepad's gonna be suffering. No, it will not be fun. There will probably be multi-hour streams of me sitting here staring at a document and hemming and hawing and getting mad at it. And getting mad at myself more than anything. That's the fun part. Yes, that's it. If we really be specific about combat, we really get specific about combat runes, this is really all we need to worry about. So I want to make a combat rune. I want to make I'm gonna make Hell's Hammer. Hell's Hammer. Let's say I have a budget of 20. What I should do, that reminds me, we are going to add in something completely different. Oh yeah, but it's one of those things where it doesn't matter. I'm copying him because that's how I can guarantee that's how it would go. If I even register on anyone's radar, because I'm not a 5e content creator. What a day, what a day. So, blood is pumping and death rapidly approaching. Does the Mm. 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 State of being. Okay, so we want to do state of being, state of being. Mm. Hmm. Let's see. The actor is at full health. Critical state. Okay, so it's your full potential. Okay, so you're at your full potential. You have to be at full health to use this rune. You, if you take any damage, you can no longer use it. You have to be in that state of being. Critical state. You are below half health. You get a little bit back, but it's like, okay, actually, you know what? We can even, you're at death's door. You're on single digits. You get a little bit back. You are do or die. You're going to die. Let's do it. Second access. You have to achieve a second access. Effectively, you can only do it if you are, yeah, if you are higher level. Effectively, with that state of being, you gotta fight a little bit and get into a better place. Let's see. Is there any other states of being? Mm. Mm. Okay. And you. And we select you. Do. Selected you. That means we need to put in. I feel like I'm missing something. Mm. Mm. Combat rune similar to. Perhaps even a way to subvert them. Okay, so we want to do. Ow. What's some other unique features that we might be able to use? You can only use it once. Mommy G, what are you doing, Mommy G? Mm. I want to make a power that does something unique and interesting. Nagisa, hello Nagisa, how are you? A cool power. Effectively, it's like these are our like little weird notes. Effectively, if you want to make about like, how do you make little weird notes about abilities to make them do different things? Let's. Actually, do 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 do. Let's see. Touch, engagement, ranged, sight, horizon. Okay, that works. Actually, no. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Yeah. Mage of the Ascension does have some good magic system. I'm an Ars Magica guy myself. I think Ars Magica does its job better than Mage sometimes. One shot rapid. Actually, Fortissimo Cotton's combat system. Free finish. Let's see, on the other hand, he access. Let's see, on the access. Similar to a special attack, but the reflexal fight. Yodia. Kron. Link slash Aeon Chronometer. My large tranquil sleep, large bullet. Shoots out 4 bullets. Yes, how can I forget your ultimate technique? Shoot you with a gun. Let's see. The Rudy exit. lose after a free finish. Use the rune or a special technique. Special technique. Welcome to hell, everyone, where you're trying to fucking... where you're trying to have a goddamn stroke of, like, what they're actually talking about half the time. Let's see. So you free finish... but you can also use your awesome, cool Linko / OBS, your EXS technique, lets you do some crazy bullshit. Access. There we go. We did that. I feel like I'm missing something. Actually, do ammunition. The rune has you have to burn an action to use it completely. God. What am I thinking of? This is a fires ammunition. It is actually, nope. I know what we can add. So many magical stuff one can consider, from differences between staves, wands. What do runes do? Yeah, wands and staves would be a magical weapon. The best way to think about it is I have the wand of mimicry and I can do mimicry shit. I'm using my cool wand to blast your head off. Here it would be quite literally like, yes, I'm going to use my special technique, the gun. That's my magic weapon. This is my wand, and I'm going to shoot you with this. The idea of runes, the term the game uses to effectively describe spells or anything that is not a magic weapon is a rune. Effectively, it's kind of funky in some of the ways they choose to work with it. It's like a rune. They're not like runes. That's the weird thing, because you might think like, oh, like, let's see. You're like, oh, okay, well, it has to be like runes, like they're carving runes in the air or something. No, he's using a rune right here, by the way. He's using the rune to crush reality. That's it. You're like, that doesn't make any sense, Notepad. And I'm like, I know. Hey, he's technically using a rune right now to force you to do things. He's technically using a rune right now. It's just a weird word they use that they don't explain. But that is a consistent factor you will find in Fortissimo. Here's something. We're not going to explain it. This is one of those weird, like, oh. Why is Mr. Pad looking at anime children? We're looking at Fortissimo, thank you very much. Not a spell, but power. Not power, but a rune. You're seeing it. That's where things get weird. It's a spell is not a spell, it's a rune that is a spell in all wording, but there might be a magic weapon that gives you a rune, but you can also learn runes seemingly at random. That's one funny thing. You can seemingly at random learn runes. Power word scrunch. Yeah, it's like, oh, okay, this makes sense. Like, this doesn't make any sense. Like that is that is one thing you have to know about Fortissimo, is that every time something rational is said, there is an equal and opposite insanity statement there. You're like, yes, I can, runes are like spells. Yeah, except when X, Y, and Z. See, you get problems when you get to, like, there's a lot of exception clauses. Like Sakura. You see this? See this girl here? She's not a girl. She is in fact a magical weapon. Does anyone else have one of these? No. They don't. Hey, does he get 3 magic weapons? Yeah. Maybe. Does she just get a Glock? Yeah, that's her special power, the Glock. Here's one of the most powerful magicians in the world, and she's also has dog shit stats and everything. You want to know why she's really good? She's really good because she has the power to erase people, and she's in her early 30s. Yeah, it's literally just weird terminology. That's where things get really weird in this game. But that is the term. A rune is nothing more than a spell. My explanation for it is runes are just a way to conceptualize magic. That's all it is. It's like, how do we conceptualize magic? You make it a rune. You pretty much say, this is what I want to do, this is how I'm going to do it, and this is why I'm doing it. We've got it. I understand now. Hence why we have inverse crown. There we go. You can just whisper it. Using a rune to crush reality. Oh, this reminds me of Epithet Race. Great cartoon would hate to write it into a strict system. I fucking know what you're talking about. I know that. Why do I know that? This one. Yeah, I saw this. I remember seeing stuff on this. Don't really know anything about it though. Thought it was something else. Okay. I can't do it on Ko-fi. What? What? What do you mean you can't do it on Ko-fi? That's a little odd, don't you think? Here's what I'll do. I'm gonna finish this, and I will talk to you after this, and which will be pretty soon, relatively speaking. Think. Okay, so let's say I've got myself. I want to make a Burning Fist of the Dragon King. I want to say it's going to be concept. It's going to be concept 5. It's going to be concept 5. So I'm going to be I look up here. Concept 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Cost me 7. All right, Burning Fist of the Dragon King. My power. Well, of course, we are going to tie it to our power attribute. Plus, we're going to add plus 2D. Plus 2D for an extra 8. We are going all in. We are literally going to be rolling whatever our power is, plus 2. This is already a huge thing. So if our power is 5, that means we're going to be rolling 7d10 for our fucking damage. You know, this is the amount, this is our actual damage. Like, we're rolling 7d10 damage, which can be fucking crippling. Our focus, however, let's say we have, we use our, let's say we have a focus of +5, when cost us 5. We have a +5 to actually hit, to our accuracy. Mana cost, though, because we need to we need to lower this down a little bit. Currently, we are at 16, 21, 28. 28 Verd. That's quite a lot of Verd. So let's see what we have here. Mana cost. I think our mana cost needs to be let's make it 5. We need to burn 5 mana to do it. So that's 2, 3, 4, 5. So we lower the cost by 4. Can't use it very often. Can use it a little bit. Our state of being. Use Burning Fist of the Dragon King. We need to be in the critical state. Yep, we gotta be critical. We gotta be below half health. We're ready to fucking go. Our features and restrictions. It is, however, a special technique. So a -10. So, currently, what we should do is increase the cost. We're going to add, let's say, double. Doubled. Because as of right now, our current thing would be 16, 21, 28. This would be a total of 4 Verd. Because they would know who we are. This would be 4 Verd. Because they would know who we are, and we have to be below half health. That's not quite what I want. This is way too powerful for that. So if we up the cost a little bit, we're encouraging people to say, hey, and it would just be engagement, because we don't want touch. The make is not, or rather, unique, but the characters would make up for it. I'll have to... I'd look into that. Okay. Burning Face of the Dragon King. Alright. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to call it here. We got a lot done when it came to rune creation. This should function. I'm going to hand it off to someone tonight. And I'm going to say, make a rune. Doesn't matter what, just make a rune. Just want to see where people are gravitating towards. I'm okay with inverse crown giving you a lot of leeway, because inverse crown is immediately kill you. If you could do like, here's my final ultimate technique where I inverse crown one shot, you know, inverse crown, like technically technically that's a free 35 yeah, actually, this immediately kills the act. Actually, okay, 7 per d10. Come on, don't be a coward. Take 20 take 20 damage. Sounds like a trap. Yeah, the idea of the inverse crown is really not that big of a deal for magicians. It really is not a big deal for a magician. Because you want to know what happens with a magician? You kill yourself and you wake back up in a week. You literally reconstitute yourself in a week. On the other hand, if you're anyone except a magician, this is pretty much you die immediately. Though there is the one very unique thing. If you don't beat the person after using inverse crown, as a magician, your magic weapon may still be subject to getting destroyed. Then you're dead for realsies. The best way to think about using inverse crown as a magician is you immediately take yourself out of the battle and you're incapacitated. Do not open with the Blaze of Glory move. Yeah, effectively. You can open up with the Blaze of Glory maneuver. I wouldn't recommend it, but you can. Nothing is stopping you. Especially if you're fighting more than one person. And again, you could roll poorly and your head explodes. And you fall over, you are dead now. Oopsie doopsie, you are now incapacitated for a week at best. And you are very susceptible to getting killed. If you have a remote user, if you have a remote, magic weapon, My magic weapon was a coin. If something's going to kill me, I flip a coin and call it. If I call it right, negate all damage once per time period. You want to do that? Okay, so let's if we go down to not attire, you go down to a mundane item. So what we can do is we can do there we go. We go down to a mundane item. Cool. You have a minuscule. You have a coin. You have a universal. You have a extreme power. You have an extreme power with pretty major utility. You are effectively paying 12 extra VUD on top of everything, and that's something you have to do. If you are going to get killed, or if something is going to kill you, you flip a coin and you call it, and you flip it and you make a call. If you succeed, you don't die. If you don't, you die. Good luck. that is a perfectly valid power. That's the funny thing. That is a perfectly valid one. You would be down some word, and if someone ever does, because at that point you wouldn't, as a magician, as a person, I wouldn't actually target you. I would target your magic weapon. Because you want to know what you said there? Kill me, not destroy my magic weapon. So all it takes is someone flip me like, oh, don't worry, I'm going to die. So I'm going to flip my coin, and then someone shoots it out of the air, breaks it, and you die. Boom. There you go. Welcome to Fate and Destiny. Hopefully you have some defensive techniques to keep yourself alive. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you all for following. Thank you all for watching. Godspeed. Good luck. Love you all. And kiss you, kiss you. I am, as they say, away.